A Mega Man movie is supposed to be in the works right the fuck now. And it's supposed to be live action according to other reports. That bit of information threw me the fuck off. So I need to go and down a couple E-tanks from that because I felt like I was going to fall over and completely fucking die. Flatline, blip 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 blip. I just kept on thinking about a live action adaptation of a Mega Man game done a movie for. What the fuck? Okay, that idea I'm not for. A Mega Man movie I think would be really interesting, but I think the best way to even possibly approach something like that would be to maybe go about it in an animated form, or maybe CG, something like that. But live action, I'm not sure. I mean, there is a live action version of it done on YouTube, which I thought was an amusing novelty idea, but realistically, I can't see something like that working without straying so fucking far away from the source material to try to make this seem legitimate, unless you're going like full-on sci-fi, building up its own universe and shit, which would be expensive as hell and would have a budget through the fucking roof and would end up being up there with shit like Star Wars. I just can't imagine working out all that well. But right now, Mega Man is kind of being pushed again, finally, by Capcom, because Capcom's been on this big-ass upswing within the past, year or so, and that has made me really happy that they're trying to go and breathe new life back into the Mega Man series with the Mega Man Legacy Collection. They have the Mega Man cartoon series that's going to be coming out, which we still haven't gotten to see anything from just yet, but initially when I had heard about this, I thought to myself, wait, is this movie going to be based off the cartoon series? And if it is, doesn't that seem a bit premature? I figured that they should be holding off on something like this and maybe just devoting a lot of their resources and time towards, I don't know, making the games. Because that's what I'd like to see. If you could actually take the budget away from this movie, which I don't really give a fuck about nearly as much as I do with you revitalizing something such as the Mega Man Legends 3 game, or Mega Man Universe, or plenty of the other games that ended up getting shit canned, that would be nice, and it would also showcase to the entire legion of fans out there that you kind of pissed off but have been winning back slowly, that you are serious about trying to go and push for this to happen. You know, granted, we don't have Inafune involved with some of this, but there's no reason that they can't go and make nice and make this happen and go and complete it, because he's expressed that he would like to do it, so why the fuck not? But back to the movie. We've had the Mega Man cartoon series, which I talked about in great detail in different video whenever the cartoon series was announced that's in the works, but I feel like movie and cartoon series, it's too much non-gaming shit. We need the actual games right now. You know, the Legacy Collection is a really good start to things. Granted, I wish it had as much as the Mega Man Anniversary Collection did, because that had a whole lot more games, but if you're going to be including all the X games into its own collection, maybe all the Battle Network games into its own collection, that's absolutely fine. But I just think that we need to have more focus on that and less on the other shit. Now, granted, Capcom is not directly overseeing all this shit, and it's obviously being created in Hollywood, but I also worry about just that. The key word, Hollywood. Hollywood has a fucking insane track record for just destroying and fucking up video games that could have been made into fantastic movies had the people involved and in charge of it given a shit. Instead, their fucking arrogance and ego get in the way, and they decide to go and do it their way, because their way is clearly the best way. When you go and see things like the House of the Dead movie or the fucking Blood Rain movie, you just cringe and wince, and you wonder, why the fuck is this even happening? Please, for the love of God, just fucking make it stop. You know, I don't want to see that happen with something like this, because think about it. You know, they have some fantastic people who are working on it. The people who are doing Planet of Apes are going to be involved, and some other folks that I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but there's still the likelihood that this could blow up, and if you're trying to go and revitalize the brand and then you bring out a movie that doesn't do all that well, and as a matter of fact becomes a laughingstock amongst all non-gamers and just people who've never tried out the Mega Man games, then what the fuck's that going to do for the games? It's not going to help push them or promote them at all. You need to focus on the games, get that foundation working yet again, and get the series out there into the hands of gamers. You know, there's entire generations who have never even tried a Mega Man game, many of which only know him because of his inclusion in Smash Brothers. Think about that for a second. Longtime gamers like myself, yeah, I fucking know about it because I grew up with motherfucking Mega Man. I've seen Mega Man go from 8-bit to 16-bit to 32-bit, from 2D to 3, I've seen all that shit. But I don't want to see it go and get castrated and ruined right as he's going and making his big fucking triumphant return, because the Blue Bomber deserves better. And everybody knows that. You know, we got Mighty Number 9 coming out, and that's going to be fucking fantastic. We have Mega Man making a comeback, and I'm hoping Tokyo Game Show we're going to see some kind of new game, or even games return, anything like that. But the movie, I'm just not sure about. I mean, I have such a minimal amount of information to be able to go off of, and who the fuck knows? I mean, it could be a live-action movie, and they could show off a trailer for it, and it could just blow my fucking mind. I mean, I go through, like, several different stages of puberty over and over again, blow a fucking load, taking out the goddamn wall, and not get my deposit back for this entire fucking place. But the point stands is that it also has a very large likelihood of being absolute fucking garbage. And considering that they'd be investing all the money into something such as that, they would want to try to make it back, so they'd have to go and release it, because they can't just go and up and slide to cancel that like they have with plenty of the games in the past. So Capcom, you've been doing the good things with gaming and gamers alike, and that I fucking loved. But this, I'm not so sure about. And a lot of people could assume, oh, I mean, you're being really negative before you even get to see anything. No, I'm being cautious. Okay, I don't want to be overly optimistic about something that has an insane track record for just sucking buckets of fucking donkey dick. And if somebody's like, oh no, there is some good movie, video game thing, then just, look at this whole one. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just not enough. You know, you want to make a cartoon, you want to make an anime, you might want to make even like CG shit, that's fine, but live action? I mean, that's not 100,000 fucking % confirmed, but still. You know, that's what's being talked about right now, and I just think that'd be so strange. I mean, seeing like Dr. Light and Dr. Wily and fucking Proto Man and Mega Man and just seeing everybody run around in live action form, not so sure about that. I've seen some live action versions of Capcom stuff, such as, you know, like the Phoenix Wright movie, which I do like that quite a bit, but those are those are actual people. You know, they're not in some big fantastical robot world and shit. You know, at some point in fucking year 20XX and all the other shit. And, I don't want it to be bad. I love the series enough that I want to see it do good. I want it to be put out there. I want everybody to be able to enjoy it and to understand why Mega Man series is so damn special. So the cartoon series, I'm fine with that. This, on the other hand, I think might be a bit too much non-gaming stuff, and that's kind of tipping the scale. But who knows? It might take quite a few years for them to go and develop it. I mean, this is still on the ground level, so yeah, there's a lot to go and see and happen. Actors to hire, all the different artists to go on board with it, sets to go and build, a whole bunch of shit, so who the fuck knows what's going to be happening. But ideas and thoughts about this? Yay, nay, not into the idea, don't give a fuck about Mega Man, not sure why you clicked on the video, maybe you just said fuck it, want to hear this motherfucker babble anyway, but there's a whole bunch of opinions that you can go and have, so that's why they have a motherfucking comment box and social media and all the other shit. Share the word, Mega Man's gonna be a fucking movie! Oh, the Blue Bomber! And then AlphaOmegaSin goes all death metal because Mega Man and movies and TV shows and video games, vidya games. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game the fuck on!